we've got an Oranos heavy lineup versus a all Greek lineup. So kind of what we saw in the first game of the PK-VK series, where you have the double Zeus versus Oranos. Here we've got a double Oranos Zeus versus double Zeus Hades. So same basics apply basically, where the longer the game goes on, the stronger the Greek players are gonna be. Not sure how Mega got chicken aggro the chickens there. I guess that was a little misclick. He built a storehouse. I was worried he built a granary for a second there accidentally, but he's good. So quick tip here. I think I've mentioned this a few times, but for Greek players on this map, especially where there's so many pigs, it's very common to just skip the granary and just harvest pigs the entire time. Your scouts should be able to keep finding them to keep your villagers going. And what this does is it saves you the 50 wood that the granary would cost, and then you can get an extra fishing ship out early. So you'll see pretty much all Zeus players, or Greek players for that matter, do that. So yep, we saw it from all 3 members of GDM, or VK, sorry. Okay, I mixed up the team. So GDM's to the left and GDM's going the heavy Oranos lineup. VK's got the heavy Greek lineup. Threw me off a bit because I know VK had gone heavy Oranos earlier against PK, but they're the heavy Greek lineup this time. So let's take a look at the map. As always, town centers within water range instantly. You can see Red's town center here is in water range, so that puts increased significance on winning it. And then Yellow's got a town center easily in water range as well. I think this town center up here for Green is safe. I think this one's close, but I think it's safe. This one's definitely safe. Got one town center in water range down here for, I think that's Teal's third. This one again is close to Tell. I think that probably would be in with it. Would be in water range, so I think that puts the tally at about 2 town centers apiece within water range, so at least it's equal. Okay, so we saw a granary from Teal. He found his boars, so it's another option you have. Instead of going the heavy pig strategy, if you scout boars, which are a nice food source, you can always go for those as well, but you typically want to avoid your chickens. That's the biggest thing. And landing players are the exception. They just need any food they can get to advance and hit their 430 or so timing. Some nice fishing for Yellow down here. 9 spots all in this little corner. That's going to be extremely nice for him, because it's going to be hard for his opponents to knock him off that fish, because it's in the cove. So Yellow should get a nice food economy out of that. Whereas if you look at Red, he's got to get his like 3rd fishing spot all the way out here in the open, so his opponents can knock that off and kill it much easier, but Yellow has it nice and easy. This is their original on Voobly. So some players still have issues performance-wise with Extended Edition, so for the moment RTSL is still played on Voobly in the original. So it'll be, I'm curious to see how GDM plays it if they lose water. I know last game I thought you'd see this early second town centers come out of VK when they lost water as Atlantean, but they went aggressive on land. In 3 versus 3, you can tell the map is just so much bigger than 2 versus 2. And whereas you had 1 back gold, you've got 2 back gold a piece. Or I think Green's only got 1, but you've got like 5 back gold mines available to both teams. So pressure on land isn't going to work as much on this map in a 3 vs 3 setting, so I think you'll see a lot more early second town setters for the losing team. Okay. So you got the Pestilence coming out from red on blue's docks, but where's the follow-up from red? He's got his first 2-hour ships coming. Got blue trapped here. Teal coming over, but mismicroing a bit. Gonna take a decent bit of damage. Half HP on one ship. I really like that use of Pestilence. You don't see it that much because you typically have like a mostly Zeus lineup that doesn't have that option, but the fact that we have a Hades in the game opens that up, and biggest thing that's going to do is it's going to give VK the water control, water map control, and allow them to knock their opponents off some of their fishing spots early on, which I mentioned earlier can kind of snowball a bit if you've got all 9 of your fishing chips going and fishing non-stop the whole time you're fighting classical, whereas your opponent only has like 3 because you knocked some of them and forced them to garrison them. Then you're going to have that slight economic edge as the game moves on. Blue and Teal have done a decent job, and again the cove, the fact that Blue's fishing ships are down here saved him a bit. Same with Teal's being in this cove over there, so. Okay, Shockwave. Problem was Teal and Blue's ships were not in range when the Shockwave went off, so he didn't get as much damage done as he could have potentially. Okay. Looked like Teal went double scent raids on land, and knocked green off some of his wood, which actually is extremely nice. Forcing him to shift wood villagers and then even picking a few off is going to set him behind in his production, which could allow purple to take the C. Got a restoration down here from yellow. Not the best restoration in the world because he's fighting 2 versus 1. You want to get your opponent cornered when you do use restoration, and then you want to have your teammate with you. Red was out of position when restoration was used, so not the best. Green using restoration to push back purple here. Purple with a quick retreat and using that speed advantage of the Atlantean ships. You never want to fight your opponent during restoration because his ships just won't die, whereas yours will. The best way to do is to retreat. Big fight going down here. It's hard to tell who's winning. I tend to give the edge to Greek because they typically have the stronger ships than the Atlanteans with the increased range, so. Purple coming for the triple team though. This will change the way this fight's been going. Good reaction from yellow. Doesn't like overcommit and pulls out. Red got in a little too much, but still decent pullout time on him. You don't want to fight 3 versus 1. You want to give your teammate green time to react and come join the fight, so you're fighting 3 versus 3. Results in better trades. BK seems to be getting the better of these trades. I see GDM having to readjust their ships a lot, which is never a good thing because they're just taking damage while BK stands strong and fires away. And then they're running out of real estate here. Once you get GDM cornered and they can't maneuver anymore, then they're really going to be in trouble. At this point I want to try to, I think VK's got water at this point. Red killing fishing ships while his teammate gets killed could change things though, but he responds. It's nice to kill the fishing ships, but you gotta be careful that your teammate doesn't get doubled in the meantime and take significant losses. Alright, yellow and red have blue and teal cornered. I'd like to see him keep going. I don't know why yellow's dropping back. Purple's occupied with green. I think red and yellow definitely had the upper hand on blue and teal there, and I think they could have pushed in and just finished them, but instead they're retreating. Shockwave coming out from purple. Green retreats. Decent shockwave. His ships were all firing right away. I think he got a few kills out of it. The Centaur raids from teal. This is very nice play from teal. You really don't see that often, but green does have his hero out now. Does teal react? See the hero? Yes, he does, so... Only concern is this teal's doesn't have much else. That's a lot of wood. That's... You lost 1 cent to bolt, so that's 700 wood between the 2 centaurs and the 300 wood upgrade, so those centaurs are probably losing teal water. They're helping to. I think they got the worst of most of the trades as well. But that wood commitment doesn't help either. Good catch here, though. Very nice, catching the 5 villagers here. I think he's killed at least 2 already. Ugh, wasted the special shots on the villager that was already dead, pretty much. Otherwise, I'd get another villager here. This is just luck from VK. Just accidentally retreating the villagers because there's no food drop point nearby. Purple's been... yeah. Purple's been going strong on water, but... ooh, green gotta be careful there. He just moved in, and his ships were slow to respond, so... Yellow and green with some questionable teamwork there. One went in, and then backed out, and then the other went in. So, allowing purple to trade 1 versus 1 still. Okay, so now we see the switch to land. Red taking 2 town centers already. Yellow taking 2 town centers. Green taking 1 town center. Don't see teal centaurs anymore either. I think Odysseus might have picked them off. Meanwhile, you see for GDM, blue and purple take 2nd town centers, but still no 2nd town center from teal, which is just going to put him really far behind if he doesn't do something. Also, really, it's common. A lot of, like, he did a good job building a 2nd storehouse early on, but at this point, he's busy on water, so this isn't the most effective way to get wood. What did happen? Okay, he actually catches it, so good reaction time from teal there. Pink is still not giving up water. He is willing his team to victory. Blue also. The Atlantean players are just... I guess they've got nothing else to micro on land with their limited villagers, so they're microing their hearts out on water and pushing VK back. I also wonder if VK didn't just make the call, like, give up, our opponents aren't going to stop water, we can just take town centers on land and control that. You saw both red and yellow and green, pretty much all of VK, took town centers, both their 2nd and 3rds at the same time, so... I'm gonna say it was more of a coordinated call from VK to say it's not worth fighting water anymore. We've done enough damage, let's just control land, that's more important at this point in the game. Red getting caught out, just lost 3 villagers there. And he still hasn't... okay, there we go. Talk spam from red, which... I guess blue's going in mixed army, so it'll be okay, but typically talk spam against a tournament heavy composition from the landing player just gonna get picked off extremely easy early on. I really like how red's moving up here and saying this 4th town center is mine. Blue hasn't really forward built at all. Red's got his third town center, so Red's already fortifying the fourth position, which is what you need to do when you make the switch to land. Other thing is water battle's still going on. Blue raided Yellow's fish a bit, but he just garrisoned him in his dock, and they're back out there fishing again. Yellow also got the fishing ship upgrade. I don't know when he got it, but he probably got it a while ago, realizing he had that awesome 9 fish spawns that he was going to be able to safely use all game, so I think that really helped Yellow's economy, hence why his score is almost 1,000 above any other player in the game at the moment. Okay, teal coming to help red out, or blue out rather, so this might spoil red's plans to get this 4th town center position. Blue also strongly, or wisely, moving out, getting another military barracks up and then taking the town center himself with teal help here, so blue just squashed, with the help of teal, red's plans to get map control. Purple's also taking that town center to the top there. Green's got the units out, and he hasn't seen any pressure from purple and stuff. I would have liked to see green like trying to control that town center and keep it from getting up instead of just sending his units into purple's base like that. Purple's been committed so much to water that he still doesn't have a land army, so green could have prevented purple from getting this town center up and taking the map control. He had done what red had done, then he would have easily gotten purple's 4th town center, which can be the difference in a matchup like this. Yellow, as strong as his score is, he still hasn't committed to land, so he's got the heroic eco upgrades. He's got the market up, which means he's probably going to go mythic relatively quickly. If Estus upgrades can come into play as well for yellow, especially against 2 Atlantean players. That said, it looks like red's taking quite a bit of losses here. The water win is ultimately going to come in VK's favor though, so that'll be nice for them. Purple's completely off of fishing, meanwhile they've got their own fishing with upgrades. Heroic upgrade right away from yellow, that's what I like to see. I think red took the most damage to his fishing, yeah, and is still getting his fishing harassed a bit, so at this point, VK, if you're VK, you've got to be thinking about helping red out. He's taking the most losses on water, and that he doesn't have much of a fishing economy there, and then on land, his forward build got disrupted by the double team, so red's under a lot of pressure at the moment. The fact that blue's heroic as well means that he can pressure this town center now. Classical army-wise, it's a bit harder to take a town center out, but with dryads tanking town center fire, and then if blue gets a palace and destroyers up, he's going to be able to push through and take out red's town center a lot easier. Let's check if yellow's going mythic. Yep, there we go. He's got 2 armories built and a 3rd armory going up. I can't see their populations, but another thing to worry if it's a factor is with this much population tied up to ships still between all 3 VK players. If they're pop capped, then that's going to end up hurting them land-wise as they try to fight back, so relatively soon they're going to need to delete those arrow ships and get the population free to commit to land. See Mythic Age coming out of purple and the unit running through. Tartarian Gate's about to come up down. Question's just going to be where. You can put in this back town center, it's a lot better than putting it in the middle town center, further away from Green's army. Still not a lot of army from purple. Purple went extremely hard water, and that delayed his land presence significantly, so Green's heroic at least, but I'd say green has the opportunity or possibility of catching purple off guard still, because, alright. Got the army out from purple, and he's going Arcus spam, which I really like, especially against the infantry composition of green, so I think purple should be fine for now on his side, so we'll switch to the bottom here. Grades cranking from yellow. Okay, got heroic attack and heroic pierce armor already. Didn't look like he got heroic armor, unless he... But against... yeah, no armory upgrades from either of his opponents. Yellow is going to be extremely strong here in a second. On the fence about Teal's raid here. I know he wants to sort of almost buy time to an extent, but he runs the risk of losing these units for nothing, and I don't know if it's really going to buy them that much time. I think the best thing Blue and Teal can do at this point is fortify up with buildings. I think that's the only way they're going to hold this. Yellow's units are just going to be too strong with the upgrades. You can see here, VK did a good job of deleting their extra arrow ships. Keeping a few is fine, especially on this map with town centers in water range and opponents in Mythic Age already, with the possibility of siege ships, but they got most of their population freed up for land armies. Looks like the Colossi spam is going to come from yellow. He's got the 2 forward temples going down. Got the underworld going down, but to where? Oh. Alright, there we go. So yellow underworld went down, but an instant reaction from Teal with the Tartarian Gate, killing the underworld. That was really nice use of the gate. And we got the fast Titan coming out from purple, so... Green's actually in some trouble now. Like I said, the Arcus spam right away from purple was going to counter the infantry archer heavy composition from green, so pink made out just fine. No upgrades though, which is a bit concerning. And he also hasn't fortified this town center position whatsoever. I think we just saw a second underworld go down. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Not a fan of that underworld. At this point in the game, Teal should simply have his production forward supporting blue. He shouldn't need to use the underworld just to send his units from his base to blue's forward base. You're much better off using the underworld to port through and take out an opponent's Titan or an opponent's Wonder for town centers rather than just sending your units to your teammate. Looks like Teal's gonna fortify up now, but he should have sent villagers 10 minutes ago to build buildings over here if he were gonna help on this side mostly for Teal. Okay, so the siege ship's coming out from blue. I like that. So I'm surprised with so many town centers on water that we haven't had anyone take out a town center with siege ships yet. So we see yellow moving in. Gotta take out Teal's town center here with siege ships finally. Alright, so the underworld came out for green. He used it down here so his yellow and red can go through it. And this was a targeted underworld meant to take out purple's Titan. Purple's kind of been slow building the Titan, not full like all his villagers, which I actually prefer that way. That way he can still have a military presence. And he's been getting upgrades as a result, so I like the fact that purple didn't fully commit to the Titan, but at the same time, this underworld's probably gonna kill it. I don't really see any units coming from purple that can deal with a Titan like that. I mean, Colossi with that. And down here, I don't think blue and teal really had the presence to push back. Although they're trying with siege ships mainly, but now's the time you'd like to see Colossi coming out from teal, but instead teal's just losing his third town center to siege ships. So there we go. Blue's sending a myth unit to help deal with the Colossi. Looks like purple's going to be able to save it. There really wasn't that much of a fortifying presence from VK yet. Yellow's sending a few more units over, but not quite enough, and purple wisely using the villagers to target down the siege. He's got to keep that up as that Titan gate's down to 15% now. Green's also taking out purple's forward town center. Again, purple never fortified it. He didn't have like a single building backing up this town center. Like he was basically saying, take it from me. Especially against a Greek player. They can take it with infantry, they don't even need siege, so not a surprise that purple lost that town center there. Yellow's still sending units through, but it looks like purple's going to clean that up. I don't see any other units going through. It looks like red and yellow are happy to just fight here now. It's probably a wise choice. Green got enough benefit from that underworld. The Titan Gate got slowed by a few minutes, and then green got a fourth town center out of it as well. They also managed to take out Teal's town center with siege, but Teal's since cleaned that up. Blue's got the siege out. I'd really like to see more siege from blue. I guess he's pop capped, but siege would be the best way for blue and teal to push that position. Okay, so red and yellow, before the underworld was finished off, decided they'd go through one more time. There comes the earthquake from red. Shocked that, okay, fortified town centers are coming from red, but 27 minutes in is extremely late. Again, I think he was down a bit, losing his fishing early, but it's not looking good for GDM at the moment. Purple's down to one town center still. I don't see a counter siege present, but if they can take teals out again, that'll be nice. But the big thing is purple. He's had so many villagers building that Titan for so long. And he's not going to get that Titan up. I don't think he can win this fight. Or blue's got some dryads there to help, but even if purple does win this fight and get the Titan up, he's in a world of hurt. He also should be microing his villagers to kill this siege at the moment. He's not going to get the Titan up with this much siege nearby. He needs to kill it, but at the same time, there's so many units there from his opponents that it's going to be tough. He's already down at one town center, which means he's limited population. He's had his villagers building that Titan for so long because it got killed when it was mostly complete that purple's economy's got to be hurting now as well. Green doesn't even care about the Titan at this point. He's like, I'll just kill every other building you have. Down here, still no progress from blue or teal. Blue's got the siege ships out, but it's too late. I think purple's just going to be obliterated. As anybody who hates Titans, you always like to see the fast Titan strategy backfire, so that's exactly what happened to purple. He committed so many villagers to the Titan that, with the underworld slowing it down, earthquake slowing it down, he just gave up his map control position, gave up his third town center to get the Titan up, and gave up most of his economy, committing that many villagers to build it. Still hasn't lost all his archers at least, but green microing his belly hero to kill villagers, so one town center as is, and then taking additional villager losses. It's gonna put purple in a tough spot. Green wants to troll him, he can just kill all his villagers and kill this town center. Then purple have a titan and nothing else. Especially against a Greek, if you get your building, the Masons and Architects upgrade, which green already has, the titan's going to do absolutely nothing against a Greek player. If you've got no supporting army, which is going to be the case for purple. Just a few Colossi, the Greek heroes, and then some siege beating on the titan will just kill it. So even if purple could magically make this titan 100% and get it out, green will still kill him. Green almost gets this town center down, but then red and yellow react with a water presence of their own. So that's very nice play by them, keeping it alive at just the last second by getting out the rams. Meanwhile, the two Greek against the Atlantean. Greek are going to slowly push this. I've missed this side build by yellow completely. I apologize for that, but this is a beautiful side build here. The fortified walls and towers, and then the siege behind it. Blue's town center is going down. Teal's got villagers tied up significantly towards his titan building as well, so that's going to limit Teal's land presence while he's doing that. Yellow continuing to forward build. Four catapults behind the wall at the moment. Blue's town center is going to go down. Purple with the Dryad spam from blue, as well as Teal's help, is holding off and protecting this titan, so we will see the titan complete. It's gotta be, if anybody had a timer for that, I think that's gotta be the longest titan build ever. I think that was like a 10-minute build time for that titan gate. Surprised he never lost it despite all those attacks. Purple also getting a second town center back up. He lost his third as well, so Purple's problem at this point is he's got so few villagers, his economy is gonna be like trashed. I don't even see trade from purple. Having no trade in a team game this late, that's just painful. So purple, he's got a titan, but got two titans out for GDM now, but again, with green having architects and being Greek, he should be fine. Although the double Dryad spam, as well as Teal's help, is going to make it a lot more difficult for green to hold, so you really need to see red and yellow getting their move on and pushing themselves, otherwise green's going to come crumbling down to two titans plus a double team from Teal. That said, Teal's left blue completely on his own for this 2 versus 1 on this side now, so red and yellow should absolutely be pushing. Teal's got the titan out and he's just sitting there. I don't know if the pathing got bugged or what he has in store, but that's 20 population doing nothing at the moment, so Teal's got to figure that out quick. Ooh. Bit of a mistake there from yellow, letting the catapults get out by themselves without support. They just got killed easily by a villager, I think. I'm wondering where green's heroes are. With the titan now out in the open here, you should have the Greek heroes beating it down. Colossi as well. Okay, Teal reacts. Green killed Teal's town center with the siege ships, and then did about 150 damage to the titan. Blue, meanwhile, facing the 2 versus 1, is crumbling himself. Again, especially with Atlantean players with no water, and limited trade. I don't see a lot of trade from blue either. I see teal's trade, but I see zero trade from purple and blue, so losing town centers as Atlantean players and villagers, and then having no trade on top of that, they just won't have the economies to get back in this, even if the Titan does damage. So green's pop blocked, that's why his heroes aren't coming out. At this point he should be cancelling all his other unit production to get those heroes out to beat on the Titan. That's the only way you're going to stop it. What he is doing nicely is retaking the town centers. As soon as the Titan kills it, if your opponent doesn't have reinforcements, just pull your villagers back while the Titan kills it and then just rebuild at the second the Titan leaves. Push down here from yellow and red continues. Teal's problem is he's down a town center and has a Titan, so that's the equivalent of being on one town center. Extremely nice building block here by red. That's Titan's biggest weakness, is that their attack speed is so slow and their pathing. They need a lot of space because they're so large that little buildings can block the Titan in, and then the Titan has to kill them. It's a great way, if you're ever in a 1 vs 1 game and your opponent gets his Titan out, and just as you start building yours because you're so far behind, you can still get it up. You just need to like building block the opponent's Titan the entire time he's trying to make his way across the map, and then there's nothing your opponent can do about it. The Titan will move so slowly you'll be able to get your Titan up in time. Alright, he's got the Beast Slayer, which makes his Myrmidons do increased damage versus myth units, which is a Titan. The Titan qualifies as a myth unit, so green's just pounding away on purple's Titan. Didn't get this town center back up, or if he did, purple killed it. I like how purple and teal are retaking the town centers as they push with the Titan. The counter Titans are coming at this point. Blue's also got no town centers left, and limited villagers, no trade, so... Okay, blue does have trade. I missed it earlier, I guess. I looked, I guess I just missed the route, so blue has trade at least, but still, being on 0 town centers as Atlantean and having limited villagers is not what you want to be, position-wise, against 3 Greek opponents. So you can see pink instantly going for yellow's Titan gate, so what yellow should be doing is getting villagers. Instead of repairing this town center, he should getting villagers out here to building block purple's Titan. Otherwise purple is just going to have free reign to kill the Titan gate. Only 1 villager building it as well. I don't think I've ever seen that. So yeah, yellow's just going to lose his Titan gate. It's not going to matter though, teal's Titan's dead. Red's about to claim this forward town center. Again, blue's got basically nothing left at this point. Still classical hack armor for blue. 40 minutes in. That just is a sign your economy crumbled or just wasn't there. I wonder if this Titan gate will live. Not. Almost one-shot it. Now we can get to reds in time unless they block. Although, there we go. Oh. Or yep, okay. I think, yeah, red's gonna build. You don't want a wall. Walls take longer to build. You just need like 1 HP of a building to block the pathing and then build another 1 HP building. That's the best way to slow a Titan. But purple's not even going for it anyway, so red's gonna get his own Titan up. Green's also starting to clear at the top. As teal shifts his focus back down here to stop him this push. Pink still doesn't have that great of an army, so green should be able to push back top now if he's just isolated against pink. Especially now that this Titan's about to die. Oh. Still no Pierce Armor upgrade for red. He didn't go Hephaestus, so he didn't get the free upgrade, so he's been slacking on him as a result. Oh wow, Teal moved his hammer ships out of position, and as a result, that probably cost him getting that town center back up, as Yellow's got the siege ships in range now. Oh, bit of a misplay there. Guess he wanted to kill some fishing ships. About to see a Titan fight. Ouch, purple didn't even micro his Titan right, so he could have taken about 2000 HP off of Reds, but instead he's just going to lose his for nothing. Another trick, as you see purple's Titan retreating, if you're yellow, you want to take this villager and put buildings in purple's path, so if purple's Titan slows down, it allows your red's Titan to catch up and hit it. So I think it's just a matter of time before GDM gets broken down here. Again, blue's been on 0 town centers for a while now, so he's not going to have the unit upgrades that you'd expect at this stage in the game, especially going against like heroic upgrades or not even full heroic upgrades against mythic upgrades. It's not going to be a fair fight. You just can't trade cost effectively over the long run, especially in a 41-minute game. Green got his third back up and also took down purple's third, so... Battle's shifting. At this point, I'm not really sure. Purple just wasted 20 population the entire time he ran back with his Titan, whereas at least if he had lost the Titan down here, he would have gotten the 20 population back sooner, and Red's Titan would have still been down there. Instead, he took up the 20 population the whole time he was running, and now he gets the 20 population back and Red's on top of him. So running away like that was worse off for purple. Teal about to lose another town center. Blue losing most of his buildings at this point. And that's going to be the game. So, quick analysis, if I had to pick the two things that changed the game the most, it was purple's Titan strategy without securing and fortifying his third town center. I think if purple had actually fortified this with some palaces and stuff instead of leaving it completely naked, green wouldn't have been able to take it as easily and get that advantage. And then the underworld passage from Teal, underworlding from his base just to blue's base instead of using it aggressively or actually defensively. He basically just wasted his underworld so he could get production forward when he should have just forward built production long before that. I think those were the two biggest things that hurt GDM. Whereas VK had effective Titan gates, minus the one that was nicely countered by the Tartarian gate here.